Bom dia. Beautiful day here in Indianapolis. Looks beautiful anyway, but it is 2 degrees Celsius, so I wish I was on a Brazilian beach instead. Anyway, I'll turn around. I think you recognize where I am. Out for a little walk in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd give you some answers to your questions out here in this beautiful environment. So, is there anything missing in my career? IndyCar-wise, really no. I mean, since the first time I set foot in this place in 1977, I've been to some 500 IndyCar races. So, you know, I've pretty much done it all. I've covered it on a race-by-race basis. I've written books. Really enjoyed the transition into sports car racing the last 3 years or so. So what's missing for me is really the 24 hours of Le Mans is the biggest thing. I've been to the 12 hours of the Bathurst 1000, so that was a big one. But yeah, Le Mans, and I'd like to go to Formula One on a real classic international Grand Prix track. I have no interest in Circuit of the Americas or Las Vegas or Miami, but Suzuka, Interlagos, what else would be good? Monza, even Mexico City, even though it's not like it was back in the day. So anyway, yeah, what's missing are the events that I haven't been to. What's been the best part? I loved the 2 Pac West years in retrospect. I didn't love them so much at the time. I've loved the freedom of being a freelance journalist. One of my best friends growing up, he did things the traditional way. He went to work for a company right out of college and you know, went up the corporate ladder, and now he's the president of the company. And I envy his nice house and the classic cars in his garage, but he envies the freedom that I've had to live my life. So pick your poison, I suppose. Man, the best part's been the people, honestly. No matter what phase, you know, whether it's been as a fan back in the day, whether it was as a journalist, whether it was as a PR person, just so many people, and you know, people like John Anderson from my Pac West days stand out. There are so many wonderful people in racing, and the great thing about racing is it's competitive. Everybody has to be the best in their field, whether they're a mechanic, an engineer, a driver, a journalist, or whatever. And so, you know, the cream rises to the top. So you meet a lot of quality people who are really switched on in all forms of life. So lastly, IndyCar, Indy 500. That's a hard one for me to answer. I was very optimistic when Penske took over the Speedway and everything, but unfortunately it seems like we're right back where we were in 1978, and Mr. Penske should realize this because it's the reason he formed CART in 1978 is because all the focus was on the Indy 500. Don't often see a 747 coming to Indy. Anyway, in 78, all the focus was on the Indy 500, and the series is what needed the attention, and I think we're right back there now. You know, Mr. Penske's done beautiful work on the Speedway. I've never seen it looking better. But the series is, you know, it's really hanging on by a thread, I think, at this point. I don't find the Honda news surprising. What I find alarming is that everybody seems to be willing to make IndyCar racing a spec series. I mean, it's darn near that anyway already. But it's not real racing when it's a spec series. I'm sorry. It's competition, but it's a different type of competition than what I think of as auto racing. So I'm a bit worried for it. I mean, the Indy 500 goes on. It's always strong. It always does well. But I'm worried about the series. You know, the Indy 500 needs a strong series, and vice versa. And it's unfortunate that when the series was at its peak is when it all got torn down in the 90s. So let's hope they can get back to those days where places like Long Beach and Milwaukee and Laguna Seca really matter. And meanwhile, let's hope the Indy 500 keeps going strong. I wish everybody a happy new year, and I hope for positive days ahead for all of us. Obrigado. Thank you.